Can y'all see me? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, classical family, it's your boy Giddy back with another video, another Let's Talk with Giddy. For this video, going straight to the point. This feels like a podcast, but it's not a podcast. But I wanted to talk about. So, first of all, if you clicked on this video, you probably don't listen to classical music much. And I'm trying to get you to listen to maybe at least one piece. Just give it a try. So, this video is mainly directed for those that either don't listen to classical music at all, are afraid to delve into the genre, or those that listen to it every now and then but are still curious. Um, I have four pieces that I want to give to y'all, but at the same time, I also want those that listen to classical music, so from the classical music community, put down in the comments if you wanted somebody to get into classical music for the first time. And please keep that in mind, for the first time, you know? Remember maybe when you were going to listen to something that was in the classical music genre for the first time, maybe what did you listen to or what caught your attention? Um, what would you recommend? So put those down in the comments for those that don't listen to classical music. But um, yeah, getting straight to the point, one piece that, in my opinion, um, if I heard it for the first time, it would have caught me immediately. Would have been so Debussy Arabesque number one. So mainly because simple melodies are easy to understand, and I feel like it's a universal thing. When we hear a melody that sounds very soft, very dreamy, and very warm, I feel like you're drawn into that. It's not chaotic, it's not overwhelming. So that's one piece where, even till this day, no matter how often I listen to it, I always still find myself going back to it, even in my private life. Because nowadays, I don't listen to a lot of pieces in my private life just because I'm trying to like get the first listen in for my videos. But if it's a piece that I've listened to, obviously I would listen to it again. But the piece that I listen to the most, it is Arabesque, number one by Debussy. So that piece, definitely check it out. Like, trust me, I'm not the type of person to give you a complicated piece. Like, nope, I'm not. So the second one that maybe it might be a surprise to some of my classical music, you know, family. Maybe not because it's from Tchaikovsky. So Serenade for Strings. Um, the first 5 seconds, I was caught immediately, and it is a bit of a longer piece. Also, I'm trying to ease you guys in, so I'm not gonna give you like super long pieces, but this one, bear with me. It is a bit of a longer piece. I think it's like 30 or 35 minutes, but um, in my opinion, it's that type of piece that might get you to overthink and question some stuff. And when I say question some stuff, it's like it makes you question maybe something deep that happened to you last week. Maybe your relationship to your parents. This is just random. Maybe your relationship, romantic relationship, maybe something that happened to you a long time ago. It might be a good memory, it might be a bad memory, but I hope it's a good memory. So, Serenade for Strings by Tchaikovsky. Um, you might have also heard of this composer before, Tchaikovsky. So maybe you trust him. So yeah, in my opinion, as I said, it's a piece that when it was recommended to me the first time and I heard it, like the first 5 seconds, that melody, it felt like a flashback. It felt like a flashback, and it pulled me back into like a very beautiful memory that I had. But at the same time, yeah, I don't know. It just did something to me. So it's a piece that, um, in my opinion, it can ease you into classical music. Just give it a chance. And if it's too long, maybe just listen to the first 5 minutes and decide for yourself, oh, do I want to do this or not? But definitely that one. And the next one, um, this is a composer, and this is also a piece that I listened to this year. But this composer, I have to listen to him more often. And it's Takashi Yoshimatsu, Four Little Dream Songs. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about the piece name, but this one is like 7 minutes, so come on. And I promise you, this composer, he is so good at like, it feels like he is drawing with his pieces. You know when you see like certain like art pieces and you're standing in front of them and you're like, whoa, I feel like I understand what this composer is trying to say. It's not super difficult, but at the same time, like it gets you thinking. And that's what I feel when I listen to, at least the pieces that I've listened to by him. And also they feel so dreamy. It's like I'm floating when I listened to this piece, it felt like I was floating. It's 7 minutes, but I promise you, after listening to it, you will wish it was longer. Like, trust me, like it's a very good piece. I'm gonna do a video maybe at the end of the year to like talk about the pieces that I enjoyed the most, and it might be on there. You know, I'm still thinking about it, so that's a good sign. But the last one, which is the fourth one, is gonna be Kapustin. So it's gonna be Piano Concerto Number 4 by Nikolai Kapustin. And why am I choosing this piece, or maybe also this composer? So when I listened to his piece, I remember telling myself, I wish this was how I was introduced to classical music, just by the fact that I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a specific genre that when you listen to this piece, you'll probably question yourself, wait, is this classical music? So I don't want to spoil it for you guys. And that's why I'm also like not putting like the melodies of the pieces in this video. Go figure that out yourself and just trust me. Like, if you're a non-classical music listener, just trust me on this one. But as I said, Nikolai Kapustin, Piano Concerto Number 4. I'm gonna write the pieces down in my description so you guys can just copy it and then just paste it. But you will definitely dance, and you're probably thinking, why should I dance whilst listening to a classical music or a classical piece? And when I say dance, I'm not talking about ballet, you know. Maybe Timothy Chalamet might hate on us. I'm just playing. No shade. But trust me, I think you guys might really enjoy it. But these are the four pieces that I want to introduce to you if you don't listen to classical music. And as I said, um, number 5, I will leave to the classical music community, the classical family. Shout out to y'all. Um, Recommend something that, you know, maybe your friend that doesn't listen to classical music, what you would want them to listen to for the first time. And as I said, please don't forget that this is us trying to ease people into classical music. One thing that, you know, I don't appreciate is when you're trying to ease somebody into a genre and then you force them to listen to something complicated just because you like it. Just because you like it doesn't mean another person, especially somebody that's gonna like listen to it for the first time, is gonna like it. And also, if somebody recommends something that you don't agree with, then yeah, don't be mean or rude about it. this video is specifically for people that are trying to get into classical music. So let's be nice about it. At the end of the day, hey, some people said nobody cares about this type of genre. Let's show the people that, there are still people out there that care about classical music, care about opera, care about ballet, even though like I haven't watched ballet and like yeah, but I'm just yapping. But yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It's a different type of video, but let me know down in the comments. Maybe if you listen to one of the pieces, like actually please let me know what you think about it and maybe how did it make you feel, So yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching. Please don't forget to leave the no, leave a like and subscribe. And I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Bye.